It's the final Tuesday in the month of February. Let's hope that you are still on the journey of accomplishing great things. Hello there. Welcome to another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Adrian Atkinson. Coming up in today's show, a training and information program geared towards helping parents understand their role in the lives of their children. We'll have that and so much more. But first, let's take a quick break and then the news.
Brethren, the road signs make the traffic environment safe. The green light means go. Red means stop. Amber also means stop. Yeah man, it don't mean you must speed up. And get this, even if the light's on green, when the traffic is thick, don't bother move off and block the intersection. And please, don't stop on a pedestrian crossing. Look out for children, the disabled and the elderly. Follow the signs so they all can arrive alive. Be a good road user. Obey the road signs and look out for each other.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, February 25, 2025. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says the country is reaping the benefits of fiscal discipline. He asserts that this has built resilience in the economy, which has created buffers to respond to natural disasters and other shocks. Prime examples include the government's response to COVID-19 and Hurricane Beryl.
The last decade, we focused on just ensuring that our expenditure is within our means, that government is not a burden on you for more taxes, and that we are not borrowing. And so we are at that steady state now. Big achievement for Jamaica.
The Prime Minister was addressing a diaspora town hall in Barbados on Friday following his participation in the 48th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting. Going into the new fiscal year, Dr. Holness says debt to GDP will be at a record low of 68% and that interest payments on the debt have moved from 33% of tax revenue in 2014 to now 18%.
We must recognize that you can't borrow your way to development, and neither can you tax your way to development. You have to build a strong economy and treat it like the engine of your vehicle, because it is the economy that is going to deliver the things that you need.
In the upcoming financial year, the government will be acquiring the remaining parcels of land needed to continue construction of the Montego Bay and Long Hill bypass roadways. It will also be completing 90% of the work on the Montego Bay bypass, finalizing the design for the Long Hill bypass and starting that construction. This will be carried out with an allocation of $14 billion to the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation in its capital budget. The details are outlined in the 2025-2026 estimates of expenditure and is being financed by the government. At the end of December 2024, land acquisition was 60% complete. Construction works for the Montego Bay bypass 65% complete and other preliminary exercises done.
The roads are built for small towns. And really what you have developing now are complex cities being developed, which leads us to do projects like these to avoid all of this.
Another key development taking place is the construction of the Christiana Tax Office, which is projected to be completed by September this year. $73 million has been allocated in the Ministry of Finance's 2025-2026 capital budget to take care of those expenses. Of that amount, $67.3 million will go towards the purchasing of fixed assets, while $5.6 million will be used for goods and services. The project, which commenced in January 2023, is being financed by the government. Construction at December 2024 was 90% complete. The new state-of-the-art tax office, located in Manchester, is designed to replace the existing facility, enhancing services for taxpayers in Christiana and surrounding areas. Still on budgetary allocations, over $965 million will be used to improve irrigation supply and increase agriculture production in sections of St. Catherine and Clarendon. This is being done under the Southern Plains Agricultural Development Project in partnership with the Agro Investment Corporation, AIC, and Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA. Targets to be achieved in the upcoming financial year include the installation of an irrigation network and drainage infrastructure, along with purchasing GIS equipment for the National Irrigation Commission. It will also cover the installation of pumps and equipment at Amity Hall in St. Catherine and Panasas in Clarendon, in addition to the construction of a reservoir and pump house and installation of ultraviolet sterilization equipment. Thus far, irrigation, roads, and drainage work in Amity Hall and Bridgepen have been completed, with similar work at Panasas 93% complete. The Southern Plains Agricultural Development Project is being implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, with co-funding from the Government of Jamaica and the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB. And finally, needy householders across the island will be receiving water tanks from the distribution of 10,000 black tanks by the end of February. The announcement came from Minister with Responsibility for Water, Matthew Samuda, during the commissioning of the Stanton Housing Scheme water upgrade in St. Thomas on Friday. He said procurement had been completed and distribution would begin.
That means approximately 150 per constituency, along with some areas that are totally outside of the utility footprint, benefiting disproportionately. But it is work that we are doing to ensure that our poorest, our most vulnerable, get the benefit that they so must receive from a government that has performed at a macro level.
The water tank initiative was previously announced by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Let's now make a stop at Jamaica House for our weekly update on the key events and developments coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.
Economy going in the right direction. No new taxes on the people in the upcoming budget, and Jamaica and the region preparing for a disruption in trade in light of new U.S. trade policies. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Jabertha Atkinson. Welcome. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says his government will not place any additional burden on the Jamaican people to fund its programs for the 2025-2026 fiscal year.
I've been saying this now for about 10 budgets now. We will be presenting a budget with no net new taxes. And in fact, this budget will have no new taxes.
Earlier this month, the estimates of expenditure totaling $1.26 trillion was tabled in the House of Representatives. Prime Minister Holness says it reflects less money having to go towards debt payments. He asserts that this and other indicators are incontrovertible evidence that the country's economy is being managed in a fiscally responsible way and is heading in the right direction.
Our credit ratings are at their highest levels ever. We are just 3 upgrades away from investment grade status. After 57 consecutive years of deficits since 1966, we have achieved a balance of payment surplus on our current account for the past 2 fiscal years. Our net international reserves reached a record high of $5.6 billion at the close of 2024. That's the highest it has ever been, $5.6 billion. Which other direction do you want the country to go?
Dr. Holness was speaking last Tuesday at the groundbreaking ceremony for the expansion of Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts in Hanover. This will add more than 948 new rooms and create an estimated 1,500 direct jobs and up to 5,700 indirect job opportunities across related industries. In welcoming the Palladium Group's plan to also build 550 accommodations for its workers, the Prime Minister declared that his administration was laying the foundation for a future where tourism in Jamaica was more inclusive, sustainable, and innovative than ever before.
Meaning that we build resorts which it would appear that when you step off the main road and into the resort, you're in a different world. That's not the kind of tourism that we want. The entire Jamaica should look like a resort. No, it's not two Jamaicas, it's one Jamaica. And we intend to build out one Jamaica infrastructure that is world class for everyone.
Addressing recent issues related to the status of workers, their compensation, and conditions of work, the Prime Minister says he instructed Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett to engage the hotel sector on these matters.
To say, let us take an enlightened approach, because the tourism product is not just the lovely buildings that are going to be built. And in the budget, either myself or Minister Bartlett will make certain announcements.
Still in Hanover, Prime Minister Holness participated in the Global Tourism Resilience Conference, where he asserted that Jamaica must prepare to take advantage of the artificial intelligence AI revolution that is unfolding globally.
We are in quite good a position, I believe, to take advantage of the benefits of artificial intelligence. Not to fear it, not to look at it as a replacement of jobs that we have, but how can we use it to improve our productivity and position ourselves as a society that is digitally native?
Dr. Holness was speaking on the theme, Building Tourism Resilience Through Digital Transformation. He underscored the importance of diversifying the island's economy to be more resilient.
That is what we are trying to do in Jamaica, to build out the digital infrastructure to allow us to continue with business, to continue to serve the needs of economies, not just ours, but globally, even when there are global shocks.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness was among regional leaders discussing ways to maneuver changes in the United States trade policy last week. He was in Barbados for the 48th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM. Addressing a press briefing post-conference on Friday, Dr. Holness said the leaders would be conducting a detailed review of CARICOM's trade arrangements with the U.S. to guide the way forward.
We hope that in another 3 or 4 months we will have a document which will give us a policy direction and give advice and support to the governments of the region as to how to treat with any potential change that may happen in U.S. foreign policy.
Dr. Holness says while many businesses have reached out to express grave concerns, the approach should not be of panic. He also asserts that CARICOM governments and businesses should not only look at the potential disruptions to normal trade routines, but also the opportunities that may arise.
The region has a well-established office for trade negotiations, and it has worked very well for us, and we are using the incredible resources in that office to study the challenges that could come and to provide us guidance, all the governments in the region, guidance as to how we should structure our trade policy to both mitigate any fallout but take advantage of the opportunities.
The Prime Minister also used the opportunity to reiterate his call for a global war on gangs and for a stronger and more targeted approach to regional security.
The countries in the region would have to have greater cooperation and sharing of intelligence and resources in tackling this very grave threat.
At the press briefing, he joined in the farewell to Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, who announced his retirement from representational politics after years of dedicated service to the people of his country and to CARICOM. And finally, while in Barbados, Prime Minister Holness held bilateral talks and met with members of the diaspora. He assured the diaspora that Jamaica was reaping the benefits of fiscal discipline.
The last decade, we focused on just ensuring that our expenditure is within our means, that government is not a burden on you for more taxes, and that we are not borrowing. And so we are at that steady state now. Big achievement for Jamaica.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.
We're still celebrating Reggae Month. That's right, all of February. Today we have a treat just for you. Our Reggae docu-series, Hit Me With Music, goes down memory lane with Admiral Bailey. We discover the comedic writing process that is responsible for some of his greatest hits.
Did the move? Did the move? Come crowd of people come get in on the road trouble. Did the move? Did the move? Come crowd of people come get in on the road.
That is a madman move, you know. No man, seriously. A madman in a De La Vega city over Spanish Town. We're dancing and we do the dance. I saw him a dance. That's why I named De La Move. I come from De La Vega city.
Did the move? Did the move? Come crowd of people come get in on the road. Did the move? Did the move? Come crowd of people come get in on the road.
De La Move is the 1987 hit for the man called Admiral Bailey, though his mother would call him Glendon, a song that has surely stood the test of time, one inspired by someone of unsound mind, doing what only he could perceive, immortalized in Jamaica's music history when Bailey, in his admiration, put lyrics to what was happening.
Madman a dance, and the dance bad, the move bad, right? So we watch the move and we say, yo, you know, so I'm bad dance this. So him a move him hand and him a do them things. So we are making move your hand like you're pointing for someone. Yeah? Move your foot, turn it in a fashion. So everything him do we are DJ about, you know.
From the Kingston 11 community of Olympic Way, Bailey's love for music began at the Tivoli Gardens High School, where he attended classes. He was a big fan of sound systems, as it was the prime way of getting your music out there during the 80s. So he began following the popular ones.
One night, Volcano come to town. And Volcano consists of a whole heap of big artists, as you know. Pupa Tayan, Josie Whale, Elfie Cup, one whole heap of them. So them a play for Olympic Way. And Josie Whale there, DJ. So me becomes the community DJ now, you know. Right? So everybody in the community now know of Admiral Bailey. So with this big sound come to town now and things, people them start shout, yo, why here Admiral, why here Admiral? So at the time, Josie Whale never know about me in terms of him never know me. I hear the name, but he don't know me. So him say, oh, the people them want to hear Admiral. Come down, Admiral. And hold the mic. And mash up the dance. And
it was no turning back after that. And after this hit with fellow artist Shaka Demos, the rest of Jamaica too would be wanting more of Admiral Bailey.
One scotch, one Bergman, one beer, choo.
As for his name, it was a militant period with a lot of army bigwigs, so Glendon went with Admiral. And now we're witnessing history. As for his comedic style of writing, he attributes this to being able to look at what is happening in front of him and lyricize it with humor. This is the reason, he says, people continue to love and relate to them to this day.
Jump Up. I sang with it when name Jump Up. I write for Olympic Way, that's what I believe. Sit down, sound and play. I sang, I don't remember the song. But at the time, I jump, the people them a jump, them not stand up and a dance, them a jump. I said to little twitch, I said, little twitch, watch there. Jump up, everybody jump up. I'm just going in the studio, I'm going to do it. Group number one.
Jump up, everybody jump up, everybody jump up.
Me a stitch it in a ding-dong buckle for the title of DJ of the year And him come out with a song, say, nothing dreadlocks off his face, that type of living. Run away. And everybody I say, I can't catch him again. I just go into the studio and say, hey, I don't think me they done.
For the hit Big Belly Man, his process was just the same. This time, inspiration hit at the Champions in Action stage show at Fort Clarence.
In the backstage, I wait on my time to perform. And then when me look, whole away the backstage, me, Jim Brown, Bobby Digital, Josh Pang, Jammins, Steely, and when me look, every man belly big. I said, no man, I joke this. And at the time, every man with them belly big round, they have money. So in come Big Belly Man. If you want some money, get some belly.
All throughout his career as a dancehall artist, Bailey never ceased to make light of a matter, and obesity was not exempt. And as someone who has been around and seen the influence and reach of the music, he has some advice.
Don't change the beat, because the beat is what makes it work. The beat is what happened. The beat is why Europe love the music, South America love the music, North America, Asia, all of those places love it because of the beat. The music has fallen internationally. And the reason for that is the beat. Because most of the time, you know, the things them we are saying, the foreigner them don't understand what we are saying. But the beat, them like the beat, so them dance to the beat. So when you change the beat, you change everything.
Nobody watch me, nobody chat me, nobody watch me style and criticize me. Just take your mind off of me, take your mind off of me, take your mind off of me, just take your mind off of me. No me make you not make no money. Nobody walk up and criticize me.
Jamaica's premier coffee event is back. The Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Festival will take place on Saturday, March 1, 2025 on the lawns of Hope Gardens. This family-friendly event is a must for coffee lovers, foodies, and cultural enthusiasts alike. Come and indulge in the finest homegrown coffee, sample gourmet food pairings, enjoy live entertainment, and experience the rich culture and craftsmanship of the island's coffee industry. Don't miss this unique opportunity to meet local farmers, baristas, and experts while savoring the world's best coffee. Get your tickets now online at touchstoneonelink.com. Come, experience the best of Jamaican coffee at the Blue Mountain Coffee Festival 2025.
The first exam of the Primary Exit Profile PEP took place last Thursday, but our children still have a few more exams to go. Parents, let's stay calm as they continue to prepare. For right now, here's how the National Parenting Support Commission and the Ministry of Education are helping parents achieve a solutions-oriented approach to their children's education.
No parent was born knowing everything. In fact, most parents utilize skills that were used while parenting them. And in many instances, some of those parenting skills or styles are very toxic.
For this reason, parental involvement was one of the main initiatives of the Jamaica Education Transformation Commission, JETC, which was set up to carry out a comprehensive review of all levels of the public education system. From its work, the Ministry of Education and Youth, in collaboration with the National Parenting Support Commission, NPSC, launched a campaign to engage parents in their children's educational productivity.
Bobby, have you done your homework yet?
Oh man, just 2 more minutes. The cartoon's soon done.
Go do your homework now.
We understand that parents play a pivotal role in the lives of their children, and as such, the Ministry of Education and Youth through the National Parenting Support Commission will continue to train parents in our parent education program.
Parents who have taken part in the program at different institutions throughout Jamaica have so far gained a reasonable amount of knowledge.
I learned about emotional intelligence and communication, and those are two key things for me that I really want to be able to have a better understanding on, so that I can administer good parenting to my child.
My daughter is in grade 8. She's a teenager, 14-year-old. And I am telling you, this is like, when you're looking back at other children that you raised, it's the hardest stage. Believe me, and when you come to this, it's like you are not equipped. Coming to this session, I've learned a whole lot. You know, maybe dealing with her, I'm seeing that, well, how I was raised, and you're trying to do like the same thing, and it's not working. It's not working.
I think many parents just in the moment do what needs to be done versus being more intentional in what it is that they do or say in terms of raising and molding their children. So emotional intelligence is very important. And many parents themselves have scars, have wounds as it relates to their childhood and growing up. So that needs to be dealt with. Listening skills is very important. Active listening, not just hearing the child, but being able to listen, analyze and ascertain exactly what it is that the child is saying.
Bobby, have you done your homework yet?
Mommy, just 2 more minutes. The cartoon's soon done.
All right, Bobby. You have an additional 2 minutes of downtime, but right after the show ends, I'll help you with your homework.
No longer should we be saying children should be seen and not heard. And parents also need to understand that communication is ongoing. You know, there's non-verbal, which oftentimes we can see with our children.
The NPSC is continuing a number of activities, such as parent mentorship training and the reactivation of parent places to boost parent engagement.
The Parent Place is an interesting program because it offers a mix of services to parents. There's psychosocial support, there is skills building, that's a partnership with Heart NSTA Trust, there is parenting education, and there is early literacy intervention. It's important that as a Ministry of Education, we're supporting the efforts to ensure our children are literate. And so parents get to learn the strategies through the Parent Places, strategies in literacy, so they know how to support their children at home.
The ultimate goal is for parents and schools to work together to help children achieve more so that their behavior and academics improve.
It is important for parents to be involved in their children's life because you have a role model, and it also takes a community to really and truly raise a child. So parents are very important, and the support, whether moral support or the social support, financial support.
So we're encouraging our parents to continue to be great partners in education. And how can they do this? Find out what programs exist in schools that have been implemented by the National Parenting Support Commission, and also join the PTA.
And that's it for today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Remember, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Join us again tomorrow for another informative show. Remember to visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for more news you can use. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Stay safe.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.